So I was hoping to be doing this yesterday, but instead it was just this. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm around the cargo crate! How the fuck did those bullets go around the cargo crate? Angelina Jolie, is that you? Oh, of course, that guy was really the fucking one that killed me. He's all the way across the fucking map! Are you fucking kidding me? That's my own teammate. He didn't fucking kill me. It's been 4 months since the release of Brokenfail 4. This game has been littered with bugs and glitches, some of which were present in the fucking beta, and it still hasn't been fixed. The release of this game is an unmitigated disaster. There's a class action lawsuit against EA by stockholders because of how shitty this game has functioned. I, however, have put up with this shit because the game itself is probably the best FPS game I have ever played. That is, when it functions properly, which is getting fewer and further between with each iteration of the 9 patches for Xbox One and 30, yes, fucking 30 server patches for this game. It's the whack-a-mole effect. They fix one thing and another problem pops up in its place. It may be something that's just an annoyance like the fucked up kill cams that I showed earlier, or it could be something that renders the game completely unplayable, like the other clip with the terrible rubber banding and lag and the fucked up servers. If I have to wait in a goddamn queue for a not full server one more fucking time, I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking need a new stress ball. Yesterday, however, was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. At first, I was semi-pissed off when they announced on the fucking day that the new DLC was supposed to release that they were delaying it on PC because of an issue they found at first, which was thought to be a security exploit in the Commander app for the fucking tablets. Seriously, why are you coding such fucking unnecessary functionality? An app for Commander mode? Come on now, that's fucking ridiculous. As the day progressed, I still couldn't download the DLC onto my Xbox One, so I waited, and waited, and waited some more, somewhat impatiently, for any update from either the Battlefield Twitter or the Battlelog forums other than the generic PC load letter. What the fuck does that mean? Later today, to be determined, whenever your fucking sundial says so, whenever your hourglass runs out? Jesus fuck. That blog post was edited at 3:30 p.m. It wasn't until almost 6 hours later that they updated another blog post saying that they won't be releasing the DLC on the Xbox One because of an issue they found with the animation system. Could this be the bugs that were found in private servers weeks ago? This sent me over the fucking edge. I can understand waiting to release content until it passes through quality control. I mean, for fuck's sake, it's about time they exercise some caution instead of just throwing poo at the wall and hoping it sticks. This is how it should be with games, and I understand pushing something back because of issues that arise. That's fine. Shit happens, just don't step in it. My huge problem is, why would you not make the call on pulling the DLC earlier than the fucking day of, or in the case of Xbox One, almost 20 hours into the day of the release of the DLC. DLC in this case stands for Disasterous Lack of Communication. Are you guys fucking kidding me? I don't give a shit whose fault it is. EA for setting aggressive deadlines or DICE for failing to meet them, but this is fucking unbelievable. What's the point in paying an extra $50 for premium if we gotta wait for the fucking DLC anyways? At least on Xbox One we actually got Second Assault when it was supposed to come out. The PC users, which are the hardcore fan base of Battlefield, they got fucked with no lube. They had to wait on both Second Assault and now they have to wait again on Naval Strike. And even the consoles that do have the Naval Strike DLC, I've seen reports of it being so fucking laggy on the PS4 that the game is absolutely unplayable. I don't really give a shit about Xbox 360 and PS3. Sorry guys, but you're playing a neutered version of the game anyways. It's not a good indicator of how it's going to perform. You chose to delay releasing the DLC the day it's supposed to come out on 2 platforms, and on the other one it's completely unplayable? Why the fuck did it go out the door in this state on the other systems anyway? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I get it. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Release buggy DLC, people are gonna complain. Delay DLC, people are going to complain. This whole PR debacle would have been saved if you just made the call either right before or right after the trailer came out for Naval Strike. You know, not the fucking day of when it's supposed to release. Holy shit. What is wrong with you people? I mean, fuck, you guys probably spent more time on the trailer than you did in the code for the fucking game. Had this call been made earlier, I would have been more forgiving about not getting the DLC on time, even though I'm a premium member. This is the general consensus as well. It's not just my opinion. I'm at the point now where I still defend Battlefield 4 because it's an amazing game in spite of all of its bugs. But I am seriously considering not buying the next Battlefield installment unless something radical changes. Perhaps I should refund the premium members the money and release all of the DLC for free. That'll never happen, though. It's a huge legal hurdle at this point. I mean, the shareholders are already suing EA. That would make it even fucking worse if they lost out on that revenue stream as well. Is DICE finally learning that bugs are less expensive to fix when found in-house than when it's out in the field? Are we finally seeing some quality control on this product? I don't think so, and here's why. And this is coming from someone that's experienced with software development. I work for IBM. The last minute delay on this DLC signals to me that they just constantly code their dicks off right into the fucking ass crack of the deadline. And they full well know that there are issues with the patches in DLC, but have been silent about it because they'd rather put a fucking notch on their belt, indicating that they're actually doing shit to fix this fucking broken catastrophe. This is what happens when you have a publisher in EA that rushes them to finish a fucking game to meet a deadline in order to quote-unquote compete with Call of Duty, even though if they actually released this game maybe 2 months after Call of Duty and cleaned up the bugs, this game would have been the fucking white knight of the FPS genre. But then instead you got EA forcing them to code patches so fucking fast that there's no quality control on them either. They work right up to the deadline trying to test their patches, and of course, there's shit that slips through. The lack of regression testing with these patches is astonishing. When you develop code the first time, you write test cases in order to try out each line of code you write. When you're done testing, these tests should be kept for posterity in order to run them every single time you modify anything to do with the product you're working on. This is called regression testing. Don't break shit that previously wasn't broken. This is software development 101, and DICE have not been doing this. This is why I'm not optimistic regarding Battlefield 4, but I keep battling through issues to enjoy the game. It is a much better game than Ghost, despite its numerous bugs, but everyone has a breaking point. This was mine.